Kahana to Kihei to Makawao, back to Kihei.
Ready? Yes, sir.
This is the Kihei part of our Maui series. Go to the website, fill out the contact form. We got you on Maui, Oahu, Big Island, Kauai, California, Idaho. I mean, these are the places where we've sent referrals and done business and picked really quality people.
Oh, yeah,
this
this
one
is
sold
it.
for 1.3.
Probably like the last 5 years I spent here. Don't embarrass me. People still know me here. We're in North Kihei right now on the Makai side. South Kihei Road runs beachside. It's slower, more traffic down this way, but it's a scenic route. Places like this right here, that's like Snowbird Central, that side. Nonalani cottages here too. You can do like VRBO stuff. You can even get like married and stuff there, but all of these places.
So a lot of short and medium term rentals, right?
Tons of condo living down here.
Condo living, people who are here part-time. If I was gonna snowbird it and just come to Maui for the winter, it would be Kihei or Lahaina.
Paradise Gardens right here. So this is the first Kihei apartment we moved into, and it was like the cheapest, and they always had availability.
So you guys moved to Lahaina first, and this was the second place you lived?
Yeah, this is the first Kihei rental we stayed at.
Okay.
And it was like slipper stolen every day kind.
Slipper stolen?
Slipper stolen
Who's
from
stealing slippers?
these guys. These guys.
Like tourists or like?
Nah.
Like local
It's
people?
like local.
What is this road? I feel like we
This
should have turned in
this
there.
is like a Spencer Homes development, I'm pretty sure.
Why didn't we go there?
Go then, turn around. Go turn down this road right here.
Okay.
You know what Kihei means in Hawaiian? Yeah, no,
That's right.
no left turn. Look how cute these houses.
Since like the 90s, 2000s, Spencer has been like one of like the main developer on Maui.
Oh look, attached homes. They got attached and
So
detached.
attached, board and batten style.
Oh, this is super cute. I've actually like not driven through here. It has like Hawaii gingerbread house vibes.
Steep pitch roof.
Graham cracker roof.
Like there's no snow that needs to come off of this roof, so I don't know why.
It doesn't need to be that steep.
But nonetheless, it adds to the character.
Oh yeah.
We never really like came here.
No, I mean it was here.
There's no other reason to come.
Yeah, there's not really a reason to be in here.
Oh, I dig this. Private property.
So you're not even supposed to be in here.
Okay. Recent sales are from 700 to 1.3.
Yeah.
Let's go to 1.3. This blue one.
Oh, this blue one, right? Oh
So
yeah,
this
this
one
is
sold
it.
for 1.3.
2,000, almost 2,300 square feet, 4 bed, 4 bath. Oh, nice. I love me a wraparound porch. It's like a little sea country, like a baby sea country, you know, where it's
baby sea country.
like we're around it. It doesn't, you know, you wouldn't expect there to be like such nice little plantation houses all on their own here.
The attached homes in the 700s, which still isn't bad, and then
high 7s.
900s to low millions for the detached single family. But the thing is, only the garage is attached.
Yeah.
If you compared Kihei to like what on Oahu, like Kailua, these would cost way more than 900 to 1.3 million.
Oh, yeah.
This close to the ocean.
Yeah.
The 760 attached garage, I feel like would be
$1 million. I mean, you figure we have like 2-bedroom cottages that are like about this distance away from the beach or further away in Kailua selling for over $1 million, right? Like,
yeah. This isn't a retirement community, yeah?
No.
No, it wouldn't be because it wouldn't have all the stairs.
So far, I'm seeing the detached, this guy here, this guy that doesn't wrap around. So that's 4 different models I can like for sure count. 5 with this one. So it looks like 5 different models so far I've seen in this neighborhood.
So we were just talking to Randy and Sarah yesterday. They're like, I heard you mention on your channel, you know, like those, what do you call those kind of windows? And Mahe's like, oh, louver, jealousy. In Hawaii we say jealousy, but you might say louver windows. So your traditional windows, if you're in Kentucky or New York or California, slide the window to the side. It's probably white vinyl or something. Those are jealousy windows. These are even the wooden kinds. Usually there's glass or there's wood. That whole thing is jealousy windows. Oh, there's the glass ones.
Oh, yeah.
So you have glass and wood. I'm not saying they have cockroaches, but I'm just saying if a cockroach wanted to get in. There's an opportunity zone. I have a big cockroach, but I don't have a cockroach problem. Let me clarify. I don't like, I have a phobia. I don't like those kind of windows. But if you want breeze flowing in and out, it's the best. Because half of your window is not, you know, blocking the breeze. It's interesting because this has a mix between like a Waimanalo, Waimanalo, Kailua kind of vibe.
When you're first entering like the North Kihei side, yeah, you still have like a mix. Like The further south you go, the more like obviously resorty, tourism-based industry or economy you can start to see.
What is Azeka?
Azeka Makai and Azeka Malka is like the plaza with like my old gym is in here. Maui Powerhouse Gym is up in here. My favorite Thai place is in here. Nalu's, where I talked about Auntie when I had when I first met you and had our interview, is in there. So these are all like commercial, but there's also condos. So it's almost like flex properties, except it's not owned by same.
Yeah.
It's like residential with commercial space in the front on the street side.
Okay. In Kihei, especially on the Makai side, on the ocean side,
Yeah.
if you had to guess, what percentage of people come here and live less than 5 years?
All of them. I mean, I know a lot of like snowbirds who moved over here. My auntie coaches paddling in like the 66 crew and paddles with those guys, and a lot of them are transplants that moved here and stayed here, but none of them really live like in any of these. Like they live like Maui Meadows up on that side.
Okay.
Or
We're gonna go there next, Maui Meadows.
South Kihei Road always has traffic like this, and it like if you stay on this road forever, it leads into Wailea where all the resorts are. Plus you just have all the like Airbnbs and VRBOs, and then you also have like smaller, wouldn't say resort, but like hotels like all down South Kihei Road too, as well as like all the beaches like Cam 1, Cam 2, Cam 3. These are all like the 3 major beaches here that everybody like comes to. So if you're gonna make the transition and live here full time, you might want to move away from that. You know, you might not want to be in the middle of that all the time if you're gonna be here year round. Nightlife, if you're moving to Maui and you're looking for nightlife, you did it. First of all, it does not really exist. And what little nightlife does exist, you're gonna find exclusively right in here. We call this the triangle.
In Maui or
no, in
on
Maui.
this side?
In Maui.
In Maui?
Maui, all of Maui.
So like Wailuku side, there's not like...
Nah, but like this is where you come to go out if you're young and single or whatever.
Really? Here?
Here. There's the triangle. So there's pretty much just like 3 bars that you just kind of like, oh, this one sucks, we're gonna go to the next one. This one's not happening, we're gonna go to this one. Like there's just a bunch of rando bars right next to each other. So we're at the cove, and these boats belong to Wailea Canoe Club. State champs.
Oh, state champs.
State champs. So this is like super nostalgic for me. Every day at 5 o'clock we'd be here paddling before we all went into our jobs, you know, and worked. And then every weekend we'd paddle regatta, race together. So being here at the cove, it's like I spent a lot of time here.
So the people that paddled around here in these canoe clubs, did they live in Kihei or they just come from all over?
Mostly people from the area paddle there. However, depending on like the competitiveness or what level your team is, you might drive far to be part of a good crew. Like a lot of us moved to South Maui to be close to paddling practice. Because we knew we were gonna all compete and we practice year round.
So we're technically Kihei or Wailea? You said no.
This is
the canoe
Kihei.
club is Wailea Canoe Club.
The canoe club is Wailea Canoe Club, but we are definitely still in
For
Kihei.
another half mile.
Yeah, like another half a mile. This road keeps going down, and then maybe not even a half mile. So
see the white condo hotel building? Is that Wailea?
That's the end of Kihei.
That's the last thing in Kihei, probably?
That's the end of Kihei. After that, it kind of becomes Wailea. It's pretty obvious when you drive the street when it turns into Wailea too.
So we're gonna see.
Yeah, you'll see it visibly change from like beach town to like resort town.
So here, short-term rentals, part-time living.
Snowbird Central. More loose and laid back still. Like the no shirt, no shoes, no service rule does not really apply in Kihei on anything on South Kihei Road where we are right now. It's very much so a beach town. So it's acceptable to be like wearing a towel and like walking into wherever.
You know, maybe some people work from home. Probably more on the Mauka side of Kihei. So yeah, with more square footage to work from home in their 4th bedroom, whatever.
All of my friends that I knew in this area had 2 jobs, and one of them was usually at resort or food and beverage, and the other one was on the water. So you have your daytime, whatever your gig is, and then you moonlight on the weekends and do like canoe paddling tours or surf lessons or something like that.
With the real estate though, there's a, like, you can tell people have like, I'm not gonna sell my land, I'm living in this house, permanent residence.
Yeah.
But just 100 yards this way. Transitory, right?
The cove here where we are right now, it's kind of funny because this side, like if you park on the street here, usually it's like tourists not from here transplant. But then if you park on that side where that parking lot is, it's like kind of where the locals go and like barbecue, and like maybe you'll see more Hawaiian flags on that side.
Why is that?
You see people whipping. I don't know why.
How did that become the...
I don't know, but I know that that parking lot opens at 7. And that's the side that I was able to park at after a while. They adopted me in there.
Oh, so you even gotta be Maui local.
I wouldn't park there before because I was like, oh, I don't know those
I love
locals, you know, like I don't really know. But then my kid, not their bus driver, but the guy who like makes sure the kids get on the bus safe,
Yeah.
he's a surfer and he surfs over there. And we met at the bus stop and he saw I had boards on my car and he had recognized me in the water a couple times. He was like, why you park on that side?
Come over here.
Yeah, he's like, come park on this side. I was like, okay. Heavy locals on that side, plenty like people maybe drinking after work, get a couple waves, have a barbecue. Tale of two identities here in Kihei, you'll get both of those things. There are people who are like,
two identities.
yeah, you'll get like people who are local.
Like in Waikiki, you have your townies, like your wall rats.
Kihei has like that type of wall rat.
In Waikiki, there's this like bodyboarding spot where it's called the wall or walls, where there's a wall, a jetty or a break wall that goes out. That's where like my dad made sure I could bodyboard at walls or at the wall before I could surf. Like I got to understand the ocean there, and then you graduate. And there's these kids like from Honolulu in town, Waikiki kids, who like grow up and that's their spot. So they're called wall rats. They like live at the wall, you know. And Kihei has that mixed with the tourism. Yeah,
same like Waikiki does. Like local families who are like aggressively local and been here forever and super, super proud, and like the kids just like run it and know how to
keeping the mana strong.
And they like have big Hawaiian flags that they wave around, but also like surrounded by like tourism everywhere.
But at this point on Maui more so even than Oahu, I feel like there's an integration where they're like, they kind of fight it here. There's such a transitory vibe. You cannot fight it.
Yeah.
But you can like stay strong.
You'll still see it, but you won't see as many like rallies or protests like you might on Oahu. So on Maui, it's hard, right, to push back on like the one industry that kind of like sustains the whole island.
Yeah.
Which is tourism.
All right, so we talked about Kihei, we talked about type of real estate that is around here, you know, mostly short-term rentals, a mix of single-family homes, which we're gonna see one today because we're literally doing a final walkthrough on one today. Yeah, it's very modern, like
fixtures. And then this is like a garage door, like this here comes up like a garage door.
Check out this faucet.
Look like the kind of bakery whisks, like the kind you go bake cake, you know. Look at this lady. Look at that's a big shower head.
That's a cool shower.
And now we're going a little bit further south, and you start to see like a little bit less condos, and we start to see a little bit more hotels. And then hotels will slowly become a little bit less hotels, a little bit more resorts, you know.
Oh, okay.
And then into like...
so what, like Wailea is happening like almost right now?
Almost. We're still Kihei, but we're creeping into Wailea territory. Kaho'olawe 1, so there's 3. Kaho'olawe 1 park. Tons of like, you know, Airbnb and vacation rentals over here. So people spend a lot of time on all the Cam 1, 2, and 3 over here. Auntie Fran's husband, Uncle Dave, rides his Harley. They call him Biker Dave.
Yeah.
He rides his Harley down to Cam 3 like every day to like have a Bud Light and watch the sunset.
Have a Bud Light.
Yeah, have a Bud Light. Or I'm sorry, not a Bud Light, Budweiser. So this area is called Keonekai. Keonekai, if you have family and you're moving with kids to Maui, everybody comes and trick-or-treats in Keonekai. Like everybody knows Keonekai has like the best houses for trick-or-treating. People will drive from Lahaina to Keonekai.
Keonekai Villages. You have a friend that lives in here?
Yeah, so it's like...
Does he own it or he rents?
They own.
They own their house?
Yeah, 2 to 3 bedroom condos in there, 2-level.
From Lahaina to Kihei, you're always catching ocean views, yeah?
Just no tall buildings. You always can see it's like ocean everywhere.
And the proximity. So it's not like ever. Like, so Makakilo has ocean view, but you're like
far
away from the ocean. 2 or 3 times we smelled buds already.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, that's the other thing you were going to talk about.
So 2 or 3 times we smelled marijuana cigarettes. Oh,
Uncle Derek.
It's not like just commonplace. You just smell buds.
I mean, there's the reason why people globally say Maui, right?
Maui, yeah.
Like it's just that culture here is large.
I don't know if it's like police were doing, like it was like a sting operation, a narc operation. But at the lookout, there's a QR code to get your Maui.
Yeah. I feel like that tracks though. I feel like that's probably legit.
You think it's?
Yeah, because
I feel like if you get caught because you bought from the QR code,
then that's your own fault.
That's Darwinism.
Yeah, that's your own fault.
So this is the trick-or-treating
like
zone. Right?
every house is like a haunted house up here. Every house is super decorated. Like they get like DJs in the streets and
really?
it like pops off up here. Park on the main road down that side and just walk this whole neighborhood.
It's not too steep.
No.
I'm thinking like, can kids,
Yeah, you still see
easily
kids
walk?
and like skateboards and bikes doing their thing up here.
Compared to Kahana Ridge,
Yeah.
there's a similar thing,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like more mature, less homogenized. It's like hilly, not too far from the water. Different color homes. So instead of the one token blue home, there's a lot of different color homes. Kihei is a colorful place.
Yeah, the people are colorful, the homes are colorful, the clothes is colorful.
I just want to drive by it because I don't know if this resonates with you, but multiple times I've had clients call in and they're like, I really like the Maui Banyan. So what is it about the Maui Banyan?
It is super close to Camp 3.
Yeah, so sunsets. You have an outdoor shower right here.
If I'm vacationing, I want to be in this area of Kihei. You're walking distance to everything from here. So you can tell because like every balcony has like a Tommy Bahama chair on it. Yeah. So that's like the telltale of like people who are on vacation. Pick up the Tommy Bahama chair immediately from Costco, like low to the ground, the bottom pops open. You can like decline a little bit, incline a little bit. It has like a little pillow behind your head. Push the arm thing to like make it decline. But
how about recline?
Recline?
Decline seems like more appropriate, but it's recline.
Is it?
Recliner.
I mean, sure.
You know, in the Instagrams where they like do the transition and they flew across. We're in Kihei,
and boom.
We're in Wailea.
Different
It's
trees.
Manicured. It's intentional. It's
symmetrical.
Like,
rock walls, gated communities.
Feels different right away.
Yeah.
This is like entering Ko'olina. As we said in the other videos, like Maui is a resorty. A lot of it is resorty and feels like you enter Turtle Bay or Ko'olina.
So we do see like condos and like upscale condos here. When we turn right onto Wailea Alanui, you'll start to see there are some like luxury homes right here, right? All gated community, Wailea. Okay. There more development coming up here, but this is where like the main resorts are. So like the one that I worked at is coming up. It's, like the Andaz, the Four Seasons is down here, the Fairmont is down here. So a lot of people who live on this side of the island, this is where you work. Everybody works in hospitality on Maui, and odds are you're gonna work on Wailea Alanui. I know this is Keikoa.
It's your friend.
This is a guy I used to like run the location with. Oh yeah, that's him right there.
That's him?
Yeah. Anyway, so this area here, it's like mostly resorts. You're gonna see some, and when I say like luxury, I mean like the whole like floor to ceiling all the way around the side of your condo is like all glass, like all window. Yeah, all the way around. It's all pretty much luxury from here on out. They do like a lot of like height restriction and all kinds of stuff because your view,
you don't want to.
You can never block somebody's view ever, right, in Wailea.
For all the people out there watching for real estate, is there much else to show?
McKenna is all beachfront. It's all luxury estates. It's like where people like have like destination weddings out there. I would say that there is a lot of investment property out there. Like I don't see like a ton of people out there all the time in McKenna, but it's like past Wailea.
So very high, like very top tier, second, third home.
Yeah. We are entering Maui Meadows, which is the Mauka side of Pi'ilani Highway at the border of Kihei and Wailea. It's like a different feel than Kihei or Wailea.
How would you describe it? This is
quieter, sometimes older, like neighbors, but not snowbirds, like people who live here permanently.
This doesn't feel like
people who live here year round. Not investment properties up here. This is like I want to live in Maui and I want to be here forever. So we're actually on Kupulau Drive, and if you drive slow, you see where those plumerias are right there? Yeah. On the right, it's that house right there.
You lived in there?
Yeah, right in there. There's the front house, and then if you look above the carport, behind the carport, there's like a big studio apartment upstairs. And my kids and I lived up there in that studio apartment. It's like really hilly up here.
Okay.
But that's like the only flat road. So during COVID, we would take like the skateboards and the scooters and the rollerblades and like whatever else and go like do that kind of stuff on that street. Because that's kind of the only street in this whole neighborhood that's like flat. All custom homes. But some of these houses I've been in have been like, I'm like, oh, like blown away by what they look like inside.
Some of these have pretty amazing views.
Yes, they kind of all do. Even the house that we're at, expansive views from the Lanai. You could see all the way down to the ocean. And I would like sit on the roof because you could climb up on the roof right there. I would just like watch the sunset from up on the roof all the time.
Wow.
And you could hear, so the sound carries up here, you can hear like whale slaps like in the middle of the night.
What?
Yeah, you can like hear like whales, like fluke slaps on.
Really?
Yeah, you could hear that from all the way up here. And Maui Meadows is like super quiet and dark too.
Oh, there's no street lights here.
No,
Huh?
yeah, it's like dark at night.
Really dark.
None of the houses look the same. A lot of them have like really cool gates. Some of them are still like older and they like the holdouts. There has been like, they're all original, no like renovations or anything like that. Most of these houses up here have like an ohana dwelling somewhere. You can see like this one right here is a little bit older, like normal plantation style. But then you look like across the street and it's like, oh, here's this guy with his like boat parked in his, you know, garage and his custom rock wall, and this sliding gate is like this like copper looking gate and like
Like an upscale Pupukea vibe?
obviously upscale, and like all the homes are like custom, but this is your neighbor who like gives you papayas, you know, and here's a fruit stand.
So there's a certain gated community here?
Yeah, just this one right here.
Kaimanu.
But it still feels like kind of country though.
Oh, that was
like,
a mannequin. I was
yeah,
like,
it's one of those like boxing things. Freak me out every time.
Weird.
And it like has an aloha shirt on.
yeah,
And it's, like,
I was like,
facing
that
out.
looks weird. Don't you ever have to cut that yard? That would be
This
horrible.
like slope right here.
That would be horrible.
But then between like Maui Meadows and Kula, there's like nothing, right? It's not that far, like distance-wise, from upcountry and Kula, and where Kula is just up that way.
Yeah.
But there's no like road to access it, so you'd have to like drive all the way into Kahului or Wailuku to get over there. When really it's just like right up the hill here, you know.
Only Oprah, yeah?
Only Oprah can.
Only Oprah can go.
get up there. See that ravine we just passed by? If it gets super, if it like dumps rain up in Makawao and Kula, that whole thing will flood. Maui Meadows has flooded like multiple times. There are a couple houses that towards the bottom of that ravine, water went completely through their whole house when it flooded.
There's areas that might be on Oahu there in line with the Dole's like dam.
Yeah.
And they might be in flood zone AE, even though they're elevated, but their proximity to a stream.
Yeah.
Or even in Kailua, A'oloa area,
Yep.
like Aikahi Gardens, there's certain streets. Part of the communities in AE, and then part of the communities in flood zone X. I'd have to look into this community, but even though it's really elevated, so in terms of a tsunami or coastal flooding, there could be certain homes that are still in a disadvantageous flood zone.
I mean, I saw it. That went completely through their whole house, you know, one of their, on one side, the other side of the road, their carport, it's like, it was like up to, the water was like up to here in their car, like slamming against in their home, like it completely like devastated their whole house.
So that can affect, like if you're buying in a community like this that's affected by flooding, I mean, just the history of flooding in a house and that disclosure affects the resale value, etc. But also, if the house hasn't flooded, but it's in a more disadvantageous flood zone like AE, then you gotta consider that. You know, you may be overzealous because you have this view.
Yeah.
Like if you have this view that I ruined with the weather, so you want to buy the house and I'll pay anything. Well, we would caution you because, you know, if the flood zone's an AE flood zone, and also the flood insurance, the cost of that insurance, you gotta factor all of that stuff in. But yeah, this view, so
Molokini, Kaho'olawe beyond it. Yeah,
Wow.
it's pretty awesome. You can see where I would sit on my roof every night, right? And decompress and just look out there.
Pretty amazing. Oh, you come through with the skateboard.
Don't embarrass me. People still know me here. Thank you guys for kind of coming on memory lane with us and for checking out South Maui, where I spent probably the last 5 years of my life. It's great to be back. I'm happy to be showing you guys a little bit about it. Happy to be showing you where me and my kids spent some time. And if you guys have any questions about the area, please hit us up. Let me know. I'd love to help you guys.
We got you on Maui. Hey, quick question.
Yeah.
You could live anywhere in Kihei. Where would it be? Right
Maui
there?
Meadows.
You'll be
Yes,
right
I
there?
would come right back to Maui Meadows.
We want to represent real estate on this channel. That's the intention. Just a touristy place. I mean, it's a resort place, so Hard to avoid.
But that's okay, because if you're planning to move here, even if you're not looking, yeah, maybe it comes off a little vloggy at first, but it's hard to deny it's a very tourism-based economy there. So that's important for people to know who are moving to Maui too. Like maybe it's not going to be the draw for you to be hanging out on Front Street, you know, like getting dinner and whatever, but you might be working on Front Street. You might be trying to consider where would be a good place for job opportunities, and that's important to note as well if you're thinking about moving
It's not that we're trying to be touristy and vloggy, but the community dictates sort of the content. That's Maui. That's especially Lahaina and South Kihei, right? We got you on Maui. Whether you're working with Mahe, myself, or our partners on island. Call us for Maui, Oahu. Fill out the form on the website.
Talk to you guys soon.